how good is that, the Rise stage out there at the Urban Country Music Festival. And I can tell you who's also going to be there, 2013 Toyota Starmaker winner Kaylee Bell. And Kaylee joins us tonight. Congratulations, Kaylee, once again. We have spoken to you since winning Starmaker, but have you come off that cloud yet?
Good evening, how are you?
Good, mate.
I have, to be honest. We've sort of been very much head down and straight into the work. So I've got a new album coming out very soon, and the new single will be out next week. So it's been a lot of a lot of work, and things have been rolling really quickly, which has been really, really exciting.
Every year I ask the Starmaker winner when we talk to them a little way through the year, ask them, how's the Toyota going?
It's beautiful. They actually upgraded me about a month ago to the brand new 2013 model, and it's ridiculous. It's got everything you could think of. The boot opens itself, it starts itself. It's just insane. So Toyota are absolutely amazing. The fact that we have them as a sponsor for country music is such an asset. I can't speak highly enough about them. And the new RAV is just, it's getting the K's piled on pretty quickly.
So you got Bob's old car, did you, originally?
No, I don't know whose car. It was just
I'm just thinking they may have handed Bob's car, because I could just see him trying to hang on to it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
He actually did. He has managed to continue with Toyota, which is awesome, and also his credit, he's actually out on a country hall tour at the moment, and Toyota are one of his sponsors, and they've given him a brand new Prado, so he's very lucky.
Good.
So yeah, he's a prime example of really making the most of it.
You're not wrong. And you know what? We do have to thank all our sponsors, because I know we're a community radio station here, and without our sponsors, we just don't survive. And without sponsors, whether it be in the music industry, such as like the Starmaker Award there, whether it be in footballs or our sporting things, we're in trouble without those sponsors. So, I do understand how much that you appreciate them and how much everybody else appreciates them as well.
Absolutely. I think especially in fields like sporting codes and music, where it is, it takes up a lot of your time being an independent artist, and the same with sport, with all your trainings and things, and it doesn't allow, a normal job. So sponsorship is huge. It's the difference between being able to do it or not. So, yeah, really grateful.
Speaking of sponsors, the Songwriters Cafe this year is sponsored by McCormick's, and you'll be performing there on Sunday the 5th of May at 1 o'clock with Kim Cheshire and Ash Bell. Any relation, Ash Bell?
No, actually. No rallies in Australia, unfortunately.
Well, there you go. That's all right. How do you fit with the Songwriters Cafe? Do you like the touch of the Songwriters Cafe? Getting around and telling the stories behind your songs.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of my favourite shows, I think, those songwriter rounds to go and watch. Tamworth over in Nashville, one of my highlights, just to, as you say, get to sit there and hear from the writer's perspective, what was behind the song and ideas. And for me, I love songwriting, so it's nice to be able to share your stories and reasons for writing some songs.
Because you get the best of both worlds at this festival, because you're playing the main stage on Saturday night, the 4th of May, and I suppose it is a completely different thing, because you've got your full band behind you there, you've got the lights, you've got the crowd, and they want to party, and it's a little bit hard to sort of go, okay, we're going to kick back and tell you a bit of a story. They're sort of like, no, let's party. So you're going to be able to get out there, do the big party thing, and I love your style. You get to sleep in, because you're not on till 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Well planned.
They know a muso's lifestyle, that's for sure. No, you're right, though. It's nice to be able to, as you say, get out there with the band and do the sort of full showcase thing, and then, I guess the songwriting thing is that very stripped back sort of idea. And as I said, it's one of my favourite things. When I was in Nashville, I just couldn't get enough of going to the Bluebird Cafe and all these different places where you got to hear some of your favourite songs performed by the writer from their point of view, and it really sort of made things make a lot of sense. So, yeah.
And I think if any of our listeners are out there at the moment and they really haven't been to the Songwriters Cafe, and they're particularly going to the main stage on the Saturday night, there's a couple of the artists that are actually going to be doing the Songwriters the next day, and I highly recommend it, because you really do, as you just said, you do get to see the inside of the artist as well, and it's such a true passion that comes out at those songwriters.
Yeah, I think, as you say, you get to see the real essence of the artist, and find out a bit more about them and where they're from and their backstory, and I think that's important. So I think it's a really cool setup that Kabuki do, having both those shows there for people to go and check different artists out.
So putting together a set for Songwriters Cafe, is it one of those things that you probably spend a little bit more time on than just a normal set, because you really want to get those the great stories behind? Yeah,
it's a funny one. I've been doing a lot of writing lately for the album, so that's really cool. I've got to write with some really cool artists, like Mackay Mont and the Jonas Rose Boys, and just a lot of great Australian artists that I really like and respect. And I guess it's sort of funny because you write so many songs that I often find when you do get up to sing a song that you've written and you might not necessarily have performed it much, it's so hard to remember the words in many cases, because often you write songs, I always find it's sort of like some kind of trance a lot of the time, and you sort of look back and think, did I write that? And so often to remember words is so much more difficult when it's your own song for some reason. I haven't worked that one out why yet. Yeah, it's a very, very bizarre thing.
Well, some people would say that it's a very glamorous lifestyle that you've got into.
Oh, here he goes. Yeah.
Would they?
But we're going to go out with your hit song "Unglamorous" right about now. I love the film clip of "Unglamorous." How do you get all the girls together? Tell us a little bit about all those girls.
Sure.
That'd be right. What a question, hey, from a man. Tell us about the girls. Tell us about the song that they're doing for the meeting.
They're going to hear the song in a minute.
Kaylee, tell us about the girls.
Totally. So the girls is an interesting story, actually. It was really bizarre because everyone before, without realising, everyone actually ended up knowing each other because we knew someone that knew someone. So all of them were friends of mine. Laura was on The Voice Australia last year, and she's actually, I grew up in New Zealand with her, and we went to we did 3 years at university together, and so she was there, and then my drummer Mish Vincent from Sydney, and my flatmate Sophie, and as I said, within that everyone had sort of crossed paths, even though Laura was also from New Zealand, she'd crossed paths, and it was bizarre. And then the makeup artist was the girl that's been doing the makeup on The Voice, so she knew Laura, and it was just an awesome weekend because we all got on so well, and it was just in Sydney for the weekend, basically just having a lot of fun. So, yeah.
Well, there you go. It was an interesting story.
Well, that was an interesting, yeah.
But it certainly looked like there was a lot of fun going on. So, and it certainly looked like it was far from being unglamorous. It looked like a great time behind there. Kaylee, it's been great to catch up with you. We'll look forward to seeing you at the main stage at Urban Country Music Festival next Saturday week, and then, of course, on Sunday at 1 o'clock at the Songwriters Cafe.
Thank you. I cannot wait to get up there. It's going to be awesome.
This is Kaylee Bell and Unglamorous on 101.5 FM.